Hello, everybody. Please take your seats. We're about to get started. Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael Frank, and I'm the current chair of the governing board of the Cognitive Science Society. And it's a pleasure and an honor to welcome you to Montreal and to the 41st annual meeting of the Cognitive Science Society. Cognitive Science Society is a mission-driven society which seeks to promote cognitive science as a discipline and to foster scientific interchange among researchers in various areas of study. So if you're interested in learning more about the society and perhaps getting involved in the work of running an organization like CogSci, please join us today for the Society's business meeting. One piece of sad news from last year was the passing of Jeff Elman, who was a Rumelhart Award winner and a giant in the field. This year, we honor his memory by launching the Jeffrey Elman Prize for Scientific Achievement and Community Building. This recognizes Jeff's many contributions to the field of cognitive science, and we will be awarding this prize at the Cognitive Science Society meeting to mid-career cognitive scientists, either individuals or teams, whose careers exemplify the twin strands of scientific excellence and commitment to community building and service that were evident in Jeff's career. This year, we also induct a new class of Cognitive Science Society Fellows, honoring cognitive scientists with a record of sustained excellence in research. It requires a committee to handle the rigorous Fellows selection process, and committee members serve 3-year terms. My sincere appreciation on behalf of the entire society for the hard work these committee members put into this process. And here's the list of our newly elected Fellows. Across this cohort, we have a remarkable record of contributions across a broad range of disciplines and areas. Please join me in a round of applause to thank our 2019 Fellows for their dedication to cognitive science. Congratulations. Next, I'm happy to announce that next year's conference will be held in Toronto, July 29th to August 1st, with the theme, Developing a Mind, Learning in Humans, Animals, and Machines. Looking beyond 2020, we also need future conference chairs. If you're curious about getting involved in the organization of a meeting, please reach out to one of us on the governing board or email an expression of interest to the CSS executive officer, Anna Drummy. All right, our next order of business is a good one. We'll be giving some of the conference awards. So it'll be my pleasure to announce the first set of awards, and then I'll turn it over to our awards chair. So we begin with the Student Travel Awards, which are generously supported by the Robert J. Glushko and Pamela Samuelson Foundation. Congratulations to our award winners. Let's give them all a round of applause. Next, new this year, with the support of the Jacobs Foundation, we also awarded the Jacobs Foundation Awards for Diversity and Inclusion, which help researchers from backgrounds underrepresented in cognitive science to attend the conference. So please join me in congratulating the Jacobs Foundation Award winners as well. Next, I'll welcome to the stage Adele Goldberg, the chair of the Glushko Prize for Dissertations.
Thank you, Mike. And I actually want to introduce Robert Glushko, who is the benefactor of this and many other awards here. Robert, let's see.
Thank you. Before we give out the awards, I'm going to say a few words. Basically, how lucky I am to be able to do this, because I don't do any of the work. I just write the checks. The real work is done by a selection committee that Adele has headed for many, many years. And it's astonishing how much work they do, because there are usually just scores of nominations for the Glushko Prizes every year. Each nominee includes a 10-page dissertation summary, and the members of the committee read those summaries, all of them. And then when we have a short list of maybe 10 people, the committee reads all of the dissertations. And that is a staggering amount of work, and I'm just astonished that people do it. But the reason they do it, every person on the committee says the same thing to me. They say, I think it's a real privilege to be able to be part of sort of identifying and shaping the future of cognitive science by picking the best people in it who are coming into the field. And so with that, I mean, it's really a real pleasure to be here to give these prizes this morning.
Thank you. That was very nice. So I should just thank the award committee, which included Nick Chater, David Danks, Tom Griffiths, Barbara Knowlton, John Laird, and Fei Xu this year. So the award winners are, if you could just come up and you'll get your plaque and take a picture with Bob Glushko. Kirsten Adam from University of Chicago, and the title of her thesis was Characterizing the Limits of Visual Working Memory. You know what, if you could hold your applause till they all get up here, then they can all take a group photo. Max Kleinman-Weiner from MIT, whose thesis was The Computational Foundations of Human Social Intelligence. Martin Mayer from Humboldt University, whose thesis was Language, Meaning, and Visual Perception, Event-Related Potentials Reveal Top-Down Influences on Early Visual Processing. Jean-Paul Noël from Vanderbilt University, thesis was Leveraging Multisensory Neuron Circuits, Brains, and Bodies to Study Consciousness, from the outside in and the inside out. And last but not least is Catherine Tillman from UCSD, and her thesis was Constructing the Concept of Time, the Roles of Language, Perception, and Culture. Congratulations to all of them. The theses were exceptional.
Let's get all of this now, right? All of us? Yes. Down? Okay. All right, here we go. That's it. You get all of this? Or not? So we're trying to rotate 30 degrees. Here we go. All right. All right. All right. Thank you. See you at dinner.
Okay.
Congratulations to our award winners. I'll now turn things over to Andrea Padalano and Steve Sloman, who will be giving the Conference Paper Awards.
Thank you. Good morning. On behalf of the awards committee, Steve Sloman and I are thrilled to be here to be able to present the MAR Prize and the Computational Modeling Prizes this morning. The MAR Prize is given to the best student paper, first authored by a student at the conference. The prize is worth $1,000 in total. This year, we have 2 awardees who are sharing this year's award. The first prize is for the paper Modeling Human Syllogistic Reasoning, the Role of the No Valid Conclusion, by Nicholas Oliver Risterer, Daniel Brand, Hannah Damas, and Marco Rani of the University of Freiburg. If we could have if Nicholas is here, if you could come up and receive your award and have a picture taken, we would be thrilled. Thank you. And the second MAR Prize is for the paper entitled The Role of Basal Ganglia Reinforcement Learning in Lexical Priming and Automatic Semantic Ambiguity Resolution. Jose Ceballos, if you're here, come up and get the award from the University of Washington. Andrea Stucco and Chantal Pratt. We also want to present 4 prizes in computational modeling. These are awarded for the best full paper submissions that involve computational cognitive modeling. There are 4 prizes worth $1,000 each in these areas: perception and action, language, higher level cognition, and applied cognition. The Perception and Action Award goes to the paper entitled "A Rational Model of Word Skipping in Reading, Ideal Integration of Visual and Linguistic Information" by Yunyan Duan and Clinton Bicknell. Yunyan, if you're here, if you could come up and receive your award. She's of Northwestern University. There you are. Thank you. The next award is in language for the paper entitled "The Interactions of Rational Pragmatic Agents Lead to Efficient Language Structure and Use" by Benjamin Peliquin. If you're here, please come up. Noah Goodman and Michael Frank of Stanford University. The award for higher level cognition is entitled "A Resource Rational Process Level Account of the St. Petersburg Paradox" by Artavan Salehi Nobandagani, Kevin Da Silva Castanera, Thomas Schultz, and A. Ross Otto of McGill. Artavan, if you're here, please come up to get the award. And finally, among the computational modeling prizes, the prize for applied cognition. This award goes to the paper entitled "The Social Network Dynamics of Category Formation" by Douglas Gilboa, Andrea Baron-Kelly, and Daman Santola. And Douglas, if you're here, please come for the award from the University of Pennsylvania. And I want to finally turn the awards over to Tom Griffiths, who will do the last award.
Thank you. I'm going to be presenting a new award for the first time. This is the Cheyenne Gould Award, which was created in memory of Cheyenne Gould, who is a UC Berkeley undergraduate who died suddenly en route to the 2018 CogSci conference. The intent of the award, which was created by donations from Cheyenne's friends and family, is to support similarly outstanding undergraduate researchers to come to the conference. So the recipient of the inaugural Cheyenne Gould Award is Megumi Sano of Stanford University for her contributions to a paper, Disentangling Contributions of Visual Information and Interaction History in the Formation of Graphical Conventions. Is Megumi here? And I'm going to turn things back over to Michael Frank.
So now it's my pleasure to introduce this year's conference organizers, who've put a tremendous amount of work into making the program that you're about to see. This is a very exciting conference, and we're looking forward to it. They are Ashok Goel, Colleen Seifert, and Christian Frexa. Please give them a warm round of applause. Okay, I'll turn things over now to Ashok Goel to tell us about the program for today.
Thank you, Michael. On behalf of Colleen and Christian and myself, welcome to Cognitive Science 2019. But not only welcome, thank you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for submitting papers. Thank you for reviewing those papers. Without you, there'll be no conference, of course. Let me share a few things about the conference program. As you know, the conference series began in 1979, and one of us, Christian, actually attended the 1979 conference. There are perhaps not many people in the audience who did that. So we have tried to make a program for Cognitive Science 2019 in the same spirit of cognitive science as an interdiscipline, at the intersection of psychology and computer science and linguistics and anthropology and philosophy and other disciplines. This is reflected in the organizing committee, in the program committee, and in the program, as you will see in a minute. So here is the organizing committee. I'm not going to read through all the names, but I do want to single out Thomas Barkowski, who did an exceptional amount of work, not only on the workshop tutorials, but also in helping with the reviewing of all the papers. So if you will please join me in giving them a round of applause. Here are a few other people who were on the organizing committee. Again, I'll single out just one, although all of them have done a lot of work. I just want to quickly point out that the poster was created by Sangan Ann, who is a PhD student at Georgia Tech. About 150 program committee members. I'll show them. I flashed the names very quickly. They're in very small font. You can't read them. About 1,500 reviewers. About 1,100 attendees. Actually, this number 1,100 is low. It's wrong. This was a number where I had the latest number when I helped create the slides. The number by now is close to 1,200. And to give you some sense of what 1,200 stands for, that's the highest number at a cognitive science conference since Berlin 2013. So this is a pretty good number. The number of submissions to this conference was 1,100, which is the third highest number. Only Berlin 2017 and London cognitive science conferences had higher numbers or similar numbers. So this clearly our field is growing, which is really very positive. Here are the names of all the program committee, and of course you can't read them, but one thing I'll share with you is that this is a very interdisciplinary conference program committee. So of the about 150 people, I would say that about a sixth perhaps are from computer science, another sixth are from various disciplines like philosophy, anthropology, and of course there is a strong presence of psychology and linguistics. So we really tried to put together a program committee that covered many disciplines. Here are the student volunteers. The student volunteers are very important. They are the people who are helping with the registration desk and who will help with all the different rooms as their parallel sessions are going on. We had quite a few sponsors this time, more than we have usually had. So the Robert Glushko and Pamela Samuelson Foundation, the Jacobs Foundation, the Facebook AI Research, DeepMind Technologies, Google Research, and the Weinberg Institute of Cognitive Science at University of Michigan. Thank you so very much for all of your sponsorship, and let's give them a round of applause, please. Without their support, it really becomes hard to organize a conference of this size, so this support is critical. Like Michael said, we have a very exciting program for you. We have 5 invited presentations, and I'll share a little bit more about the presentations in just a second. 3 of them are plenary talks. All the invited presentations will occur in this room. The Rumelhart Prize Talk, the Hanneken Prize Talk. We have 14 symposia, including 2 plenary symposium, the Rumelhart Symposium, and the Glushko Dissertation Prize Symposium. We have 202 paper talks, and 692 posters. So a very inclusive, very rich, very diverse program for you. I want to say just a little bit about the posters. These people have done a lot of work. Many of them are students, some of them are faculty, and I would encourage you to go to all the poster sessions, please. It's really important that the poster presenters have an audience. Especially if you are presenting a posters, do go to the posters of other presenters. So the Rimmel Hart Prize lecture will be given by Micheline Chi, as you know, targeting the ICAP theory of cognitive engagement into practice. And the Rimmel Hart Prize Symposium is on translation research in STEM learning. The Carvalho-Hanneken Prize lecture is by Nancy Canvisher, Functional Imaging of the Human Brain, a Window into the Architecture of the Human Mind. And I want to talk a little bit about the 3 invited talks. So we deliberately chose the theme of creativity for the conference, not only because Colleen and Christian and I, all of us work on creativity from different perspectives, but because we thought that creativity is a sort of big picture theme in which a large number of things that we talk in cognitive science fit very well together. In particular, creativity is one of those fields in which, again, psychology, computer science, artificial intelligence, philosophy, linguistics, anthropology can all fit together, as you will see from some of the talks. So the first talk by Mary Lou Meyer, which will happen in a few minutes, is on computational models of creativity, curiosity, novelty, and surprise. Tomorrow there'll be a talk by Takeshi Okada from University of Tokyo on inspiration and artistic creation. I know Christian will introduce Mary Lou Meyer in just a few minutes, but let me mention about tomorrow's talk. Takeshi Okada has worked on creativity in science as well as creativity in the arts. So that again pulls together several themes together. Saturday's talk is by Elizabeth Churchill. That name should have been there, not Elizabeth Research. Sorry, Elizabeth. Cognition, collaboration, and creativity, Google's material design as a case study. And the important thing here is that when we talk of creativity, creativity is often embodied, situated, social, cultural, and her talk will cover that aspect of collaborative creativity. We have 2 invited symposia. The first is by the Jacobs, sponsored by the Jacobs Foundation. How Curious, the Cognitive Need for Exploration and Discovery. And then the last symposium at the end of the conference is about creativity in the arts. And although it's at the end, you don't want to miss it. So we have a really good, interesting team of people. Brian McGurko, for example, works on improvisation, creativity in theater. And Gil Weinberg works on robot music. So not just robots playing music that humans have generated, but robots creating their own music. We had a lot of fun together in putting this program together, but we would love to hear about your assessment and your comments. So please tell us about how you like the program and enjoy the conference. Michael?
Thanks. Before we go on to our invited program, just want to share a couple of details about the conference. First, new last year, but continuing this year, we have a code of conduct for the conference. So Cognitive Science Society is dedicated to diversity, equity, inclusion, and the free expression of ideas. And we hope that you follow the code of conduct that we have established. If you would like to learn more, please see our full code of conduct on the conference website, and there you also see details for reporting of violations. I'd also like to share the venue map. All of you are here and have made your way to this room. Other rooms are adjacent to this one on the north side of the conference center. Finally, a couple of new things this year. As we did last year, we are live casting the invited program. This is now open on the CogSci 2019 YouTube channel, which you can take a picture of the link for here. We're excited to make this content available to the broader community, or to you if you choose to stream some of the invited content from your hotel room. Further, and new this year, we have a mother's room, which is available on the 4th floor, one level below this, during conference hours. Okay, thanks very much for listening. Now we'll switch over to our invited program, and I will introduce Christian Frexa, who will in turn introduce our speaker. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, good morning, everybody, and welcome to CogSci 2019. It's a pleasure and honor for me to introduce our first plenary speaker, Mary Lou Meyer. is a professor of software and information systems